Hey everybody, February 12th, National Plum Pudding Day. Never had plum pudding in my life. The thing that's funny about this is another example of this calendar, kind of doesn't make sense to me, is plum pudding is traditionally Christmas pudding. I think they're the same thing, it's interchangeable. Well, it's February, so why are we eating Christmas pudding in February? Now, what I found out in my research is that when you make this plum pudding, you're supposed to make it and then like put it in a dark place in a container or something and let it sit, and it's got booze in it, and you let it ferment for like months and months, and supposedly the longer that it ferments, the better it gets, or some weird thing like that. Well, we're not making it from scratch, and we're not going to let it sit in our closet fermenting for months. What I decided to do was just order some. So I went online and I found this company that makes plum pudding, Matthew Walker. So basically, I'm guessing it says right on it, it's a Christmas pudding with sultanas, cider, and rum. So there's your booze. So I figured just order one and try it. The recipes that I researched online to make this has so many ingredients in it that to try to make something that I don't even know if I'm going to like or not, and to spend all that money buying all these ingredients kind of seemed stupid to me, rather than, if you're going to try it, just buy one online. I think it was like 16 bucks or 18 bucks or something for this little plum Christmas pudding thing. Alrighty, so we're going to steam this, because that's, according to the directions, that's what you do. You take this thing out of here, I guess. It's in this little tub with this seal on top. What you're supposed to do is put it into a pot of water, but raised out of the water, not sitting in the water. And you're just supposed to steam this thing in the container, sealed, for like an hour. So that's what we're going to do today. I have one of these old-fashioned basket steamer things, but obviously with this thing in the middle here, I can't sit it in there. So I'm going to turn it upside down in my pot. I'm using my big soup pot here because I'm going to need some space. So I'm going to turn it this way, and then I'm going to sit this on top of that, because that works. And then I'm going to put my water in, and we're going to steam this thing for an hour. And then we're going to take it out, and we're going to try it, and we're going to see what it tastes like. I don't know, I'm not that excited about it, only because it seems very fruit cake-ish, with like the jellied fruit in it, and the nuts and the raisins and dates and stuff. I'm guessing that's because the recipes that I've seen online to make this thing, that's kind of what a lot of this is. So I don't know if that's something I'm really going to be crazy about, because I hate raisins. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, alrighty? So let me get this going on the stove, and we'll see in an hour when we take this thing out of here. I hope it's good. I really do. Now in the meantime, keep your eye, I'm going to set my timer for an hour, but check every now and then to make sure you don't run out of water, because you don't want to burn your pot if this thing runs out of water. It shouldn't, though. With the steam should stay inside and whatever. So we'll see what happens. It says you can microwave it too, but I think I'd like to try it this way first. And see. Alrighty, see you in an hour. Alrighty, it's been an hour. Let's see what we got here. Take our lid off there. I'm going to use my tongs because I'm assuming this is extremely hot. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Now, there it is, still sealed on the top. Okay, because they said to leave the seal on, so I'm guessing that the whole thing baked in here. Let's see, I can smell it already coming through. It smells kind of cinnamony or spicy, so let me just pop. Okay, so the seal is still on. I'm just going to wipe the water off of here because it said don't let any water get in your pudding. I don't know if that meant just in the steaming process or at all, ever. So we're just going to kind of cut this plastic seal off here. I can smell that, even before I cut it, I can kind of smell the spices and everything. Wow, this looks interesting. Let's get this off of here. Oh yeah, it's definitely, you can definitely smell the different spices going on here. Okay, now there's our pudding. Let me just invert it, and there you go. Christmas pudding. Who knew? Okay, let's get to the tasting of this thing. Feels kind of warm and moist. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, there's definitely lots of raisins. All right, taking one for the team here. It's got that weird raisiny spice kind of aroma to it. See, look, see the big chunks of raisins? All right, anyway, just gonna try it and see. Hopefully it tastes better than we're hoping for. Okay, it's definitely not for me. I'm going to finish this bite just to prove that I can do it. I should go on Survivor now, right? And eat all those weird things, because I ate this weird thing. Yeah, this is definitely not for me. Maybe some people really like a Christmas plum pudding. If you like raisins, you'll love this because, I don't know if you could see it there. I mean, this thing is just chock full of raisins and spices and whatever else they got in here. Yeah, definitely not for me. I mean, I'm glad I tried it. So that way someday somebody says, do you ever have Christmas pudding? Or if I go to somebody's house for the holidays, hey, I made Christmas pudding. Yeah, thanks, don't want any. But anyway, I don't know if any of you, unless you love this and you have some in your house somewhere, I really don't know how you're going to be able to eat this today unless you go online and you find a recipe and you make it today for National Plum Pudding Day. Because like I said, it's one of those things they said you got to kind of keep in a dark place and let it ferment or something like that. I know there's a few recipes online you can do it. It's kind of pricey though with all the ingredients you're going to need. But anyway, happy Plum Pudding Day or Christmas Pudding Day. Merry Christmas everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.